Has anybody else been going through this loop of finding everything absolutely meaningless and also like your entire perception of everything just completely changing? Like, I don't know if this is just like the matrix breaking in real time, but like in the past couple of weeks, I've realized that everything that you can get on the outside isn't actually the prize, because what's the point of getting rich? Like, honestly, like, what's the point of disappearing and getting rich for yourself? Like, what's the point? Like, this is just something that I feel on my skin, right? It's diamonds, but it's like, what's the point, right? Also, at one point, it's like, more doesn't feel like more. You just feel full. Like, if you already have a nice bed, when you get a nicer bed, it's not going to change anything. So I'm learning that getting all these external things isn't actually the goal. It needs to be a side effect. So God told me, do not be guided by things that are worthless. In the Bible, definition of things that are futile, literally King Solomon, if you know the Bible, said that all of these things that we work for are futile. And the only thing that really matters is your relationship with God, fearing the Lord, and I forgot, maybe there's one other thing. But God says, do not store up treasures of the earth, but store up treasures of heaven. So treasures on heaven is basically things that are eternal. So love, serving others. It's like racking up treasures in heaven biblically, and I kind of feel it in my body. It's like whenever you help somebody, that good feeling that you get, that is racking up riches in heaven. That's spiritual wealth. So what I'm realizing is that there must be spiritual wealth first, and then the side effect will be physical wealth, which makes sense because if everything is created in the spiritual first, then it is then created in the physical. And the only reason why I say that is because for me, like, if you just get physical wealth, it doesn't make you any more special. It doesn't make you any more lovable. Like, it doesn't make you better than anybody else. It definitely doesn't make you hotter. Some of these guys think that if they're wealthy, it makes them hotter. I guarantee you, you're still ugly, bro. Like, I guarantee you. I'm sorry. But, like, money or success, like, it's important, but like, it's not going to do the things that you think it's going to do to you or for you. And even if people do like you for your money, like, you'll always know in the back of your head that they don't like you for you, for your soul. They just like you for what you have on the outside. So you'll really never feel like that deep fulfillment and love that you've always wanted to feel. Okay, the next thing that has been just in my head the whole time is the concept that we are already as loved as we could be right now. And it's all stemming from the Bible, but it's like just hitting me that a lot of the times we all look for external validation to prove our worth to us, to prove how worthy we are. That's why in society we have these like worthiness scales. Like, if you're so pretty, if you're rich, like, you're up here. If you aren't that desired, if you're older or whatever, you're down here. That's why we have all of these like quantifiable ways to quantify our worth. But the thing is that it's just impossible. It's literally impossible, because like, one person can be not as attractive or whatever, but have all these people that love them. What I'm trying to say here is that there's always going to be somebody prettier than you. There's always going to be somebody richer than you. There's always going to be somebody younger, stronger, everything than you. And sometimes you actually can't even compare. For example, you take one girl who's very conventionally attractive and all these guys like her. Some people might be like, wow, this girl is so worthy, she's so lovable. And like, if being lovable means that all it takes is one person to truly love you, you have the other girl here who's not as conventionally attractive but finds a partner that just loves her and cherishes her so much. Like, she's just as loved as this other person. And like, in reality, we're all made from God and we all come from God and we're all perfect. We're all fully loved to a maximum level, to a maximum extent. Why does this matter? Well, because 90% of the world is doing everything that they're doing right now so that they can be validated, so that they can be good enough, so that they can be someone, so that they can be invited these places or doing these certain things, right? Sometimes they're doing things that they don't even want to do with their life because they're afraid of not being enough. So I feel like God is making a lot of things apparent to me. You know, like there's nothing wrong with pursuing money if the things that you want to do with that money will genuinely bring you joy, happiness. There's nothing wrong with pursuing a relationship if you genuinely just want to pour love into somebody, you're a really loving person, right? But I feel like the problem where most people go wrong is that they're looking for these things to fulfill them in some sort of way instead of to be an expression of their wholeness. That's why God is bringing this to my attention, because he's telling me, look at people who have everything. If they aren't whole on the inside, nothing that they can get on the outside will fill them up. Nothing. So everything we do should be an expression of our fullest self, our most loving self, our most joyous self, our most self-accepting self, our most generous self, our most faithful self.